Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and I have a peg doll tutorial to share with you today. You can check out my inspiration right there. It's a little ladybug. That's a glass ladybug I got as a gift from my sister, and I thought that these little bunting baby peg dolls will be perfect little butterflies. So I have painted the entire thing in this deep, beautiful red color using my Lyra paints, and now I want to start making the details again using my black Lyra paints. These are opaque watercolors, and I went quite thick with this. You can still see the wood grain, but I really wanted a nice rich red color. Alright, so with a steady hand, I'm just going to draw that line right down the back, and then I'm going to add a lot of little black dots. Now, there are specific number of dots for certain ladybugs, and I did not double check this, so I apologize if you are a ladybug expert and I have put the wrong number down. But I went ahead and I just put as many as I thought would look nice. And next I want to make a little hat for my little ladybug. I don't want to paint the entire head black, so I'm going to give her a little hat. I kind of made myself my own little pattern out of a paper towel, but the pattern didn't help all that much, and I ended up having to kind of cut away at it until it looked about right. So I just sort of played around with this. Now the pattern is based off of a different pattern out of the book by Margaret, which is all about peg dolls. And I saw this for a different peg doll in her book, and I decided that this would work really well for this little ladybug. I'm going to sew this little hat together using some embroidery floss. It doesn't really matter which stitch you use because it's not going to show that much. I wanted black embroidery floss for this black little hat. If you chose to do a contrasting color, then you could play around with the stitches and that would be a nice detail. Alright, so as I get to the very end, I'm actually just going to leave a little bit of a tail on my embroidery floss, and that's going to give kind of like these two little straps for the hat, and I think it's a nice little detail once it's done. Now I just want to make sure that the hat fits before I glue it in place, and it does fit, so I'm going to remove it and I'm going to first add this Beeswax Polish to my little ladybug before I glue the hat in place. It smells amazing. It is a really nice product. I like it a lot. You can also see how the color develops as I add that beeswax polish on. It turns into this really nice, rich, deep color. Now, I want to be really careful as I added that polish to the back of my ladybug. I want to make sure that I don't smudge any of those black little dots. Now it's time to glue the hat in place, and I put on way too much glue, so I have to be really careful about getting it on, but it fits just perfectly and nice and snug. You can see those little tails for the hat. I just put them right in the front, and it adds a really nice little detail. Now, this is the second one I made today. The first one I kind of messed up on. I tried to put a little face on it and it didn't work out well. Then I tried to paint over it and that made it even worse. So I made a new one, but that's okay. They are both on our seasonal nature table for the spring, and it actually turns out really cute as a little trio. So if you want to see some of the other projects we are doing for our spring nature unit, you can tap on the screen right now. And if you want to see what we're up to on a daily basis, don't forget that you can find me on Instagram at Pepper and Pine.